Welcome back to our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus today has been on the Goodwill industries of Southeastern Wisconsin for 100 years. They have provided training, employment, and supportive services for people with disabilities or disadvantages who seek greater independence. My next guest is Dan Depies. He serves as the Chief Mission Officer at Goodwill Industries. How are you?
I'm doing well today. Thank you.
I'm glad to have you here. So let's talk about your mission and the long list of services that fall under the tagline, believing in the power of work.
Yeah, as we talked about before, 100 years of really core was our retail business, and that what we call is a social enterprise, and we have several social enterprises, but our retail engine, first and foremost, it is our main economic engine. It also provides significant work opportunities for individuals. So we have almost 70 stores across our region in Milwaukee and Chicago. Each of those stores represent about 40 to 50 jobs there. So local in each of those 70 communities, we're providing economic development opportunities, work opportunities, training opportunities for those individuals in our retail stores. Some of the other social enterprises that people may not be aware of outside of our retail include our laundry division, which supports many area hospitals across Milwaukee and Chicago. It's commercial laundry where we process up to 14 million pounds a year.
Wow.
And again, in employing individuals with disabilities or other disadvantages to gain meaningful employment and career path. And then finally, we have a very significant presence down at the Naval Station Great Lakes in northern Illinois, where we actually provide all the food service, all the postal service, and uniform issue for our U.S. Navy. And we have almost 900 employees down there, many with severe disabilities.
Wow.
So those social enterprises really are meant to provide real-world work, real-world career opportunities, but also jobs and that economic engine that helps support some of our other mission services as well.
Very impressive, and that's why today's show is so important, because I think that our viewers will really appreciate all of the outstanding work that you've done for the past 100 years. Now, Southeastern Wisconsin and Chicago merged back in 1999, so that's something I didn't know. So it's like you learn something new every single day, and what I really didn't know is that Goodwill Industries is one of the greenest organizations in the country. Talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So our retail stores, not only when we get donations in and we sell those, we also have ways to avoid products going to landfill. Last year it was over 165 million pounds of things that we saved from the landfill. And really, again, in the economy of today and in the labor market of today, it's really that reuse principle that we are true to. But ultimately, that's got a green savings as well.
And we've talked about really the services that allow individuals to have their own independence and being able to have pride in having a job and going to work and earning a paycheck. So Talent Bridge, that's your full-service staffing and recruitment firm. Talk more about that, please.
Yeah, so Pat mentioned the Workforce Connection Centers that were born out of the Great Recession back in 2009. At about the same time, we opened up a full-service staffing agency called Goodwill Talent Bridge. And what last year alone, Talent Bridge helped over 4,000 individuals into employment. And the service for them, it's really our eyes and ears. We work with a lot of large, medium-sized and small businesses across different industry sectors, really to meet their talent needs. In today's day and age, there's so many help wanted signs. And what Talent Bridge offers is a very creative talent solution. And we've been working a lot with our business customers. We have over about 150 customers with Talent Bridge. And we work with them in terms of looking at their HR policies, looking at their hiring process, and really using the platform of Goodwill with the number of job seekers. And really it spans the communities of who we serve. But we work with businesses to find the right talent and then to support that talent for upward movement.
Yeah, it's a great collaboration because businesses know when they come to Goodwill to do that recruitment that you guys have done all the checks that need to be checked. You've dotted the I's, crossed the T's, and they know that when they get someone to work for them, that you have vetted every single thing that needs to be of concern.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And even those fees that are paid to Talent Bridge for the quality service they deliver, those revenues then go back into more training and more support for individuals that need that hand up.
That's pretty awesome. So here we live in a very high-tech world, so I'm interested in hearing more about the Goodwill Data Shield.
Yeah. So Goodwill Data Shield was another social enterprise we created about 7 or 8 years ago. And again, from a proper paper destruction and information destruction, it's a service that we have some significant clients as well that, again, I think it goes back to the name of Goodwill. It's a trusted name. And in the marketplace, when we go to a business customer, Data Shield, we say, we trust us with your data, trust us with your information. We'll make sure that it's disposed properly.
Wow, so you guys had 2.3 million pounds of documents that were shredded, and it's interesting because we definitely pointed out the fact that Goodwill makes adjustments according to the times. And so here we are where, you know, we're always concerned with important information not getting out, you know, into the world where people can misuse it. So you guys are even playing a role when it comes to that.
Yeah, we looked at that business and we said it creates job opportunities, and again, it anchors on our trust that we have in the marketplace, the name of Goodwill.
And of course, the most visible part of social enterprises is retail. So automatically, and I talked about this a little earlier, when people think of the Goodwill, they automatically think, okay, I can go to Goodwill to find X, Y, or Z, or when they're going through some things that they really may not want to get rid of and they know it's really good enough and someone else could use it, they know they can just drop it right off at the Goodwill.
Yeah, we try to make it as convenient as possible for our donors. One, to drop it off at our various store locations, but also from a shopping perspective, you know, high customer service and those amazing finds. You know, it's part of the hunt that you never know what you're going to find.
Never know what you're going to get.
And then ultimately, you know, when that transaction is completed, you feel good about supporting the mission through your transaction. We recently moved into a roundup program where, you know, your 14 cents on that transaction that you round up, we reinvest that into our employees in terms of training and coaching and support.
Yeah, and I love how convenient you make it. You know, you pull right up and there are greeters who will, you know, have you pop the trunk or whatever the case. They'll take it right out, give you a paper for tax deduction, whatever the case may be, and you keep it moving. So that's as convenient as it gets,
We know people are busy, so.
Indeed. So your Goodwill Day services, I think this is important to bring up because we have a lot of individuals who try their best to take care of their loved ones when it comes to, you know, day services, but yet they have to work and different things of that nature. You guys offer a safe, nurturing environment for adults with disabilities and elderly who need specialized care throughout the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And this again was started about 30, 40 years ago. And we, you mentioned the Americans with Disabilities Act 30 years ago. So we put together some business operations that supported individuals with disabilities that were working at Goodwill for many, many years. And what we found is when individuals were moving toward an age of retirement, that they couldn't work or didn't want to work anymore, day services really provided that respite for individuals to keep their mental and their physical abilities strong, their independent living skills strong as well. And even to this day, we continue to innovate in that model. There's more of a push to expose young adults maybe with disabilities that really don't see themselves working, but we give them a chance and opportunity through community-based programming, through volunteering with many other community partners. And you know, we let them know that, hey, you can actually in fact work even though you might not see yourself in that way. So that's where day services is evolving right now. But it's a very important service for our communities in Waukesha and Milwaukee County.
That's good stuff. And you guys also do Meals on Wheels, a whole list of things. And so I would, of course, have everybody go to your website for more information. That website address again? GoodwillSEW.com. There it is. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
It goes without saying that Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Wisconsin has done and continues to do an amazing job of serving people through jobs, training, and supportive services. A huge thank you to Dan Depies. He's Goodwill's Chief Mission Officer, for stopping by. The services that we've discussed will continue to evolve as they celebrate 100 years of changing lives. When we return to our Issues Milwaukee, we'll take a look at the future of the Goodwill Industries of Southeastern Wisconsin and return with Pat Walter and Suzanne Maldonado right after this.